Hello students, today's topic is photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect is basically a interaction of light with matter. So in photoelectric effect we can say that light interacts with matter. But before we discuss the photoelectric effect in detail, we will first discuss the arrangement of electron in an atom. So here I have shown the arrangement of electron in an atom. As we all know that electrons are present around the nucleus and attracted towards the nucleus by nuclear force, right? And here I have shown a metal surface, okay, metal sheet. Suppose if we want to remove the electron from this metal sheet, what we have to do? We have to provide some energy to these electrons to overcome the nuclear force, okay. So this can be done by incidenting radiation on the surface of metal. But remember one thing, that if you want to eject the electron, then the radiation which you are going to use should have a minimum amount of frequency, so that electron can overcome the attraction force, okay. And the minimum amount of frequency about which I am talking is known as threshold frequency and denoted by nu naught. So we can say that threshold frequency is the minimum amount of frequency which is required to eject the electron. Now here I have taken three conditions. Suppose in first condition we are using incident light which has the frequency less than the threshold frequency. Then what will happen? In this condition, no electron will come out. Why? I have already told you that threshold frequency is required. It is the minimum value of frequency which is required to eject the electron. And here we are using the incident radiation which is having less frequency than the threshold frequency. That's why no electron will come out. Now in second condition. In second condition, incident radiation nu any frequency of incident radiation is equal to the threshold frequency. Then in this case electron will come out, but with zero kinetic energy. Why with zero kinetic energy? Because all the energy of this radiation is utilized to eject the electron. So that's why k equals to 0. Now in third condition, we are using the incident radiation which has the frequency greater than threshold frequency. So in this condition, electron will eject with a certain amount of kinetic energy, okay. So this is how an electron can be ejected by striking radiation of certain frequency on a metal. And this phenomena, this procedure is known as photoelectric effect. Now we can read the definition. When a beam of light of sufficient high energy is made to fall on the surface of a metal, electrons are ejected. This phenomena is known as photoelectric effect, and the electrons ejected are known as photoelectrons, okay. Here I have shown the ejection of electron, incident light having a certain amount of energy, and we know that energy of a photon E equals to h nu. That's why I have written E equals to h nu here. And on striking the surface of metal, electron will eject, and the kinetic energy of electron will be equals to 1 upon 2 mv square, okay. Now the following observation have been made in the studying of photoelectric effect. So now we are going to read observations of photoelectric effect. So first observation, the incident light should have a certain minimum frequency to eject electrons from a particular metal. This frequency is known as threshold frequency. This point I have already told you that the frequency of incident radiation will less than the threshold frequency, then in this case no electron will come out. That's why this is the minimum amount of energy which is required to eject the electron. Now second observation is the kinetic energy of the ejected electron increases linearly with the frequency of the incident light, as it is clear from this graph. Here I have taken kinetic energy of ejected electron, and in this axis frequency of light. So it is clear from this graph that kinetic energy of ejected electron increases on increasing the frequency of light. So that's why kinetic energy of ejected electron increases linearly with the frequency of incident light, but does not depend upon the intensity of incident light, as it is clear from this graph. Intensity of light I have taken here, and kinetic energy of electron. So here we are getting a parallel line with this axis, so that's why it does not depend upon the intensity. Now third observation, the number of photoelectrons ejected increases with the increase in the intensity of the incident light. So third point says that how many electron will eject from the metal surface. So it depends upon the intensity or brightness of incident radiation, that how many electron will eject. So number of photoelectron depends upon the incident light, but kinetic energy of photoelectron depends upon the frequency. Okay. Now these observations, actually whatever I told you could not be explained by classical law, because classical law says that number of electron ejected and the kinetic energy of photoelectron depends upon the brightness of light only, which is not true. Okay, so these observations could not be explained by classical theory. Now focus on this point. Suppose we are using a higher frequency radiation, okay, then the energy of photons will use in two ways. Okay, so first part, some amount of energy will use to eject the electron. Okay, this energy is known as photoelectric work function. Remember this thing, and denoted by W naught. And in second point, and the remaining amount of energy will use in giving kinetic energy to the electron, as I told you before. Okay, so suppose h nu is the total amount of energy of photon. So according to these 2 points, as I told you that in first point some amount of energy is used to free the electron. Okay, is used to free the electron. So this energy is known as W naught, and rest of the energy is used in giving kinetic energy. So this energy can be denoted as 1/2 mv square. So total amount of energy of a photon h nu can be equal to W naught, means photoelectric work function, plus half mv square, means kinetic energy of the electron. Suppose this is a question 1. Now if photon can only detect the electron, then kinetic energy factor becomes 0. I am talking about this condition. Okay, so we are using incident radiation whose frequency is equal to the threshold frequency. So in this case K means kinetic energy factor will be equals to 0. So here I have written h nu naught equals to W naught only. Why? Because half mv square will be 0 in this case. Okay, so W naught equals to h nu naught. So on putting the value of W naught in equation 1, we will have half mv square equals to nu naught minus nu h, or half mv square equals to 1 upon lambda naught minus 1 upon lambda h, as we know that nu equals to 1 over lambda. So this equation is known as Einstein photoelectric equation.